EC, and this is the Hot Toys Heartbreaker figure from Iron Man 3. As you can see, the little bit of video there in the box, the packaging, really nicely printed, lists out the people responsible for putting the figure together, and the painting and the design. As you can see there, it's like the paintwork has got the slightly worn look to it, so they've put in like slight elements of tarnish to make it look slightly darker or lighter. So it looks like it's been used in that final battle of the film. Really good detail again you find on the hands. So you've got the repulsor blast hands, closed power fists is the way they phrase it, and then the hand which you can also move all the little digits and everything on. It's brilliant attention to detail, isn't it? That you can actually physically open and close the fists if you want to have that sort of posability to them. Really good, and you can see from the video that you can see it's obviously the same on both sides, that you have this interchangeability there, and also you can light up that hand as well, so if you want to you can have the light shining through. The finish there, you've got the gold paint. You've literally, if you compare this to the stills from the film, it's one for one. You can't tell the difference between the two because they've actually been that photo accurate. You can see the little panel on there and the switch for the battery in the arm, and the same on the head there, and that's where the batteries go on the back, and the switch there. So that's how you turn it on and off. Really nice and straightforward. The head, in a second I'll just show you that the head is you just lift it off and just push it back on. It's really that easy. I thought it was a bit more tricky than that, but it really isn't. That's what it looks like if you take the hand off. That's what the little LED light is shining out of. You can see the detail there in the chest piece, the arc reactor. You've got all different lines and stuff going on there, and how bright the lights are coming through the eyes. Now to bend the stomach in, you pull the figure up a bit, and then you push in the button, and that allows you to start moving around the waist and so forth. As with all the figures, anytime you're doing that, you just need to be very mindful that obviously excessive movement and rubbing will cause the paint to fade. It's one of those things, you're never going to get away from it. It's just being mindful whenever you're posing it or picking it up and moving it around. Same with the shoulder pieces. It's got really good articulation, this figure. Just be mindful that because of the design of how the shoulder armor is, it can rub and catch. So you just need to be careful. That's all it is. It's really good maneuverability in the legs. You can bend them like all the way back, and the armor pieces move to accommodate it. And you can even pull the legs down a bit more just to give a bit more flexibility in the actual all-out bending of it. As you can just see through here, now I prefer the finish on the metal figures because I think the paintwork comes out better. This is a plastic figure. It still comes out looking really good though, and you can just see here, the detail on the paintwork looks so good, and you can bend the feet, everything about that. It's just so good, the finishes on this. I really, really like the style of this armor, so to have the figure as well, I'm really pleased with it. I'd prefer to if it was a die cast, one of the metal ones, but you know what, for the extra like 100 plus whatever quid it would be, I can't really complain. Actually, I'd rather be able to have a bit more affordability that you get through this figure. I really recommend getting it for any collection because it's just very different from the other Iron Man figures that are out in terms of the style of it. The colour scheme's cool. I mean, it's a very traditional colour scheme as Iron Man's go, but really, really, I mean, you just got to look at it and just think, that's a really, really well put together figure. These are the other bits in the stands. Stand doesn't light up. I think they missed a trick there. Really would have been amazing if they could have done that, but it's a really nice stand that it goes onto as opposed to this standard plaque. Bit different there. So it's a nice little touch that I wasn't expecting when I got the figure. Only thing with the grabber hands that you can use to pose them, I don't think the foam padding is enough on them. I think I'd like to see it a bit thicker. So just be mindful when putting that onto them. Otherwise, I think it's a really good figure and definitely worth checking out. That's been an easy review from me, EC. Take care, and hopefully like and share the video.